Hey guys, so for today's video, I want to share with you guys everything you need to customize your own wig. So this will be an everyday frontal wig starter kit. Here is a detailed list of everything you need, everything I'll be using in today's video. So you can screenshot this and it will also be in my description box as well as links, of course, to make it easier for you guys. I decided to choose an everyday simple wig. So this wig is from Aligrace. It's a 13 by 4 frontal wig. The texture is body wave and it's 22 inches long and the density is 180. This wig comes with a wig bag to store the wig. It also comes with a bonnet to put over the wig so that there's no friction while you're sleeping. And this bonnet is adjustable, so if you have a small head, big head, average size head, you're able to adjust it to fit the size of your head. And it also came with a wig band to lay the lace down. So to customize and style this wig, you'll need a mannequin head, y'all. A mannequin head and a tripod. It is so much easier to customize and style the wig on a mannequin head before putting it on. You're able to see the hairline, the knots on the wig, the parting space you have to work with, and you're able to see the back of the wig. The very first thing I do when I get my wigs in is to bleach the lace. So you'll need bleaching powder and volume developer and also a mixing bowl set to mix the two together. I use the L'Oreal Quick Blue bleach powder and 30 volume developer by Clairol to make like a toothpaste consistency. Then I use my brush to spread the bleach all over the lace and I leave it on for about 20 minutes. So bleaching the knots on the lace will give your wig a more realistic look. After rinsing out the bleach, you might notice that the lace has this orange/brassy tone to it. To fix that, all you need is purple shampoo, which will tone out the brassiness and make the lace look more natural. Once the lace is toned, I blow dry the wig and prep it for the color I'm dyeing it. To protect the lace from that hair dye, I coat the lace with my Got2b Glue hairspray. So I spray generous amount onto the lace and I do about 2 to 3 coats. I do let the spray dry fully before going in with the second coat and a third coat. So doing this will prevent the hair dye from staining the lace. I use wig needles to keep the wig from sliding off of the mannequin head. So I like to use one needle on each side and then just one in the middle. So as I am dyeing the hair, when I get to the very front, which is the frontal, I do very small skinny sections so that I'm able to coat each strand with that hair dye, but also I am being very careful making sure that I am not staining or touching the lace with the hair dye at all. I also take my rat tail comb to comb through the hair after I'm done applying that hair dye, just to make sure the hair dye is being applied evenly. And after every section, I twist it back and keep it away from the rest of the hair. Oh, and the hair dye I'm using, y'all, is by Cream of Nature. The color is Intense Black, and this is one of my favorite hair dye brands to get. I'm definitely someone who only uses box hair dye because I feel like it's easier. But when it comes to a jet black hair dye, this Cream of Nature Intense Black is that girl, okay? The Cream of Nature Intense Black gives you a real black color. Like, I don't see any brown after dyeing my hair with this hair dye, and it also gives the hair a natural shine, and it smells good too, you guys. Not the hair dye, but the conditioner the hair dye comes with. It smells so good and it lingers on the wig. As you guys can see, I did not stain the lace, so next I'm going to start customizing the hairline. So the very first thing I do is to spray some water on the hairline. So I like to use a mist bottle that gradually sprays water on the hairline, and I start the plucking process. So to pluck the hair, I take my rat tail comb again. I part small sections away from the rest of the hairline, and then I go in with my Revlon tweezers to pluck the hairline. So these Revlon tweezers really took my plucking to another level. They're not extremely sharp, so I don't have to worry about the tweezers ripping the lace or creating small holes into the lace. And also these tweezers are really good at gripping the whole hair strand. Something I had a problem with in the beginning when it came to plucking is that sometimes I would pluck the hair and the hair would break off while I'm pulling the hair out of the lace. But these tweezers right here, the grip it has on the hair strand, it pulls the whole hair strand out, so I don't have all of those short pieces anymore. But after I'm done plucking the hairline, I take my blow dryer and I blow dry the wig. The blow dryer I'm using is called the Red Pro Kiss Titanium blow dryer, and this blow dryer, y'all, gets really hot. It makes the blow drying process way faster. Now, you don't have to get this particular blow dryer, but you just need something that will get your wig dry. When I'm done blow drying the hair, I take some heat protectant and I put it all throughout the hair, especially the ends. And the heat protectant I'm using is by Fantasia Icy. This heat protectant is very light. It doesn't leave your hair feeling stringy. And I use a good amount of this heat protectant just because I am going to be using a lot of heat. I don't use a dime size amount. I actually use a lot of this heat protectant. And to keep the rest of the hair out of my way, I use hair clips. I take my flat iron and I straighten the section I left out. The flat iron I'm using is the Babyliss flat iron, and it's set to the highest setting to get that bone straight, sleek look. I also use my rat tail comb to do the chase method to get the hair even straighter and sleeker. Now this flat iron is pretty expensive, so if you're a beginner, I wouldn't recommend buying this flat iron. There are other good flat irons that are more affordable out there, and for the longest, I used this one flat iron by Walmart. I think the brand was Remington, but it got the job done. I'm gonna have to go through some of my old videos and see if I can find the flat iron that I used, and I will link it in my description box if I can find it. But definitely do your research on the products I am showing you guys, because all of these products are an investment and you just want to make sure they work for you. All of these products work for me, but you want to make sure they'll work for you. This is the hair after I'm done flat ironing it. Black, shiny, and sleek. I love it. So for really long hair, I like to use a paddle brush to comb through the hair. Smaller sections, I can get away with my rat tail comb, but for bigger sections, the process is just way easier with a paddle brush. Now to really flatten the top of this wig, I'm using small sections again, and I'm focusing mainly on the roots of this hair that is on the frontal. So what I do first is take my wax stick and I add a little bit to the roots. I literally just dab some of that wax stick to the roots. Then I take my hot comb and I comb through the roots. I do that for the whole frontal. This wax stick is amazing. This 24-hour wax stick is so great. It keeps any short hair pieces you have down. So any flyaways, use this and let me know what you guys think about it. It also gives your hair more shine, and it also makes your hair very smooth. You just want to make sure you don't use a lot of it because it can leave your hair really greasy and stringy if you use too much. The hot comb and this wax stick is just the best combination ever. I finally decided to invest in a good hot comb. For the longest, I was using my hot comb from the beauty supply store, and I couldn't control how hot that hot comb got. So I felt like sometimes it would break off my hair and give me a lot of short pieces. But with this hot comb, it has an adjustable dial, so I'm able to control how hot it gets. And I want to say it goes all the way up to 430 degrees, but I don't have to worry about getting all of those short pieces I used to get with my other hot comb from the beauty supply store. So this is how your wig should look before you put it on. Very flat and natural. It looks really good. Now it's time for the installation. So to protect your hair, you're going to need a stocking cap. These are the ones I use, and you need a stocking cap because most wigs come with wig combs or adjustable straps, and it's easy for those things to snag your hair, break off your hair. It's also very painful. Also, my natural hair is in mini twists, so my hair is not as flat as it could be. To tint the lace, I use the Ruby Kisses foundation cream in the number 16, and I take a makeup sponge and apply the foundation to the lace. So when I'm using the foundation cream, I always choose a shade a little darker than I would choose normally because it melts into my skin better, my hairline better, and it doesn't look as light. So it is very important to tint your lace. If you want that natural, flawless, can't find the lace type of look, do not skip this step. I cut off the extra lace with some scissors I got from Walmart. You want to get really good sharp scissors that can cut the extra lace. Some people wait to cut the extra lace until after they already install the wig, but I personally like to cut off the extra lace before installing the wig. So once I'm done cutting off the extra lace, I start to clean the front of my hairline, which is where I will be placing my wig. So I use 91% alcohol to clean the front of my hairline, and this will just ensure that the wig stays on. So when I apply my lace glue and I apply the lace to that glue, I don't have to worry about it lifting because I started off with a clean surface. The glue I like to use is the Ghost Bond glue that you can get from the beauty supply store. So this lace glue is supposed to melt the lace into your skin. It pretty much glues the lace down into your skin, and how you remove it is with 91% alcohol. It's easy to take it off. My wigs last about 3 days. I can definitely stretch it for 7, but I personally like to take my wigs off every 3 days, 3 to 4 days, just depending on how busy I am. But this Ghost Bond can last a really long time. It just depends on your application and how many layers you apply to your hair. So once that glue turns clear, I stick that lace into the glue and I take my wig band to lay down the lace and make it melt into my skin. To achieve a very clean middle part, I use my rat tail comb again and I part the hair in the middle. Now this takes me a couple of times because I just feel like I can never get my part directly in the middle. But when you use a rat tail comb that has the middle part, it's easier for you to part the hairs away and create that middle part, or I should say a clean middle part. For baby hairs, I'm using that same rat tail comb. To lay down the edges, I use Eco Styler gel, the one that has argan oil, and I use this Eco Styler gel to mold them in place. I also like to use an edge brush to swoop the edges and style them more to my liking. Once I'm done with the edges, I take an edge scarf to lay down the edges and the lace some more. Using an edge scarf really helps keep the edges in place, and it also absorbs any extra product that you have on your edges. To really sharpen my middle part, I use the Ruby Kisses foundation cream again, but a different shade. A shade a little lighter than the shade I used for my overall lace. And I take my angled eyebrow brush to go over that part some more. And what this does is conceal any noticeable knots or hairs that are not supposed to be in the middle part. I decided to do a very simple style, so I just put some loose curls in this wig. I used a wand curler, so what I do is take small sections, I twist the hair around the barrel, I wait a couple seconds, I would say about 20 seconds, 25 seconds, then I release the hair into my hand until the hair cools down, then I drop the curl and separate the hair a little bit. And that is how I create these bombshell curls. It's very simple. It takes me about 30 minutes to do. Once I'm done curling the hair, this is how it turned out. I hope this video was helpful and informative for you guys. Please let me know what y'all think down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, you guys.